Alright, good morning everybody. I know I put out a video like 2 days ago. This is unheard of content for me, but Fish got a new update and I need to jump on it. So, we got sharks from the new pack. We got our new cards in Surfacing Big Jaws and, where is the rest of the studs? Like, Aquajet Surface and Reincarnation Unveiling Male, the Drake Shark, Vice. Like, there's a ton of new stuff that really give this deck some oomph to it. And like I haven't put out a shark video in about a year, so let's consider this Sharks 2025. I got quite a few replays for you guys, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so first replay's really short. Opponent passes on empty, and we're like, okay, sweet, let's OTK this nerd. We draw goes in return. We're gonna Foolish, they're gonna Ash us. So that's fun, but we've still got all of our combo pieces. So the Foolish was really Ash bait. So we're gonna go for Buzzsaw, and then we're gonna go to 7 Tachyon. Let them look at Silent on a Dark and grab Abyss Shark, put Foolos back on top of the deck, and they're gonna Droll us. Droll is a big problem in this, so we're gonna backup plan. We're gonna gank right hand shark from the deck with Buzzsaw, make Kragan, and because we happen to draw Gozen, that's a full lock. So it's a good way to respond whenever you get drolled, especially if you've got Buzzsaw. Yeah, if the DC goes on and they swip. So on to the next one. That one was pretty easy. Yep. Alright, yet another short, scuffed one. We were made to go first, so I'm like, oh crap, it's Tenpai. So they're gonna go for Perulia, we're gonna Ash that, because we summon a lot from the hand. And then they're gonna go Foolos. So it's like, ah, shit. Okay. So, we don't want to play too much into Foolos. This deck does lose pretty hard to the Charmies and Max C and Nibiru, so just heads up. So, we're gonna start off with 7 Tachyon. Hey, look at this Honor Dark, and they're gonna Ash us. So that's 3 hand traps down. They're down to 2 cards in their hand. But we've got 7th Ascension, we've got Servicing Big Jaws, and we've got Buzzsaw. We have activated the spell, so let's go for Big Jaws. We're going to go for Drake Shark. Drake Shark is going to social summon itself from the hand, and then Max CS. 4 hand traps, 3 of which were draw cards. So we definitely don't want to be giving them too many draws here. So we're just going to go for Kragan again and call it a day, because that is way too much. I do not think I could summon enough from the extra deck or the deck to knock them out. And I was right, it was Tenpai. So they're gonna go for Hydra, they're gonna get Sengen summoning, but Kragan solos Tenpai. This is really funny. What they should have done is synchroed in the battle phase, but they did not. So they're thinking, it's like, okay, I'm going to get all of my guys back on field, and then I'm just going to wipe him, and oh! You're not protected from battle because you're not fire anymore, homeboy. Gonna go for spears and pass. Alright. It's just, this is a fun little interaction. Kragan really messes with Tenpai bad. Alright, so we're gonna grab Remora for turn. We're gonna bait out their seals. They're gonna return Kragan to the extra deck and get our cards in the graveyard, so thanks for that. So let's grab Abyss Shark with Tachyon, put Remora back on top of the deck. They're gonna Max CS again. It's like, okay, well, I've had enough of this. It's time to take the challenge. So, grab Remora again, detach the materials, resurrect our sharks. Slow it back down because this is going to get rough. We're taking the Max C challenge versus Tenpai. I'm glad this guy didn't draw Nibiru because we would have ruined our day. They're going to Impulse the Bahamut Shark, which is unfortunate. It kind of cuts off our access to a Virtue Dragon, but okay, we'll just pivot into the next step in our combos, which is the Eggsy armor line. So, yep, we're going to grab Armored Eggsy and Reincarnation Unveiling Male. We're going to go into Silent Honor Arc. And that was really just to make sure that we had materials, because I'm going to get back Exceed. So I'm going to detach the Fortress, negate the Magnamut, and we're going to go for Utopic Ray Lancer, discarding the Armored Z in the process, and we're going to go into Batman. Batman's going to get us back X-Zero Mortar from the graveyard, and that is not once per turn, so yeah, it's going to happen again. So 2 more Sharks, and we're going to X-Z's with those 3 materials, because the effects are negated, into Shark Drake. And then Shark Drake is going to pitch the Unveiling Mail for its upgraded version, Levice. So, full armored XZ is going to boost Batman up to 6k, and we're going to yoink the Magnamut, and then just swing the game. This was still pretty early on. I honestly could have one-shot that thing if I had just attached it to Levice and made it so that I still had a monster to attack into, because Abyss Shark would have made me do double damage, that would have boosted me up to like 6,200 attack, and it would have done piercing damage, so yeah. 12,000 damage possible on the board, and I fumbled it. That's okay. On to the next one. Alrighty, we are going first, and we've got full combo here. Both of our cards and 3 hand traps, so this is going to be fun. I don't know why I grabbed Hydro Jet. Don't remember why. It's okay, though. Bahamut. Bahamut is going to detach Hydro Jet, and we're going to grab Virtue. Virtue is going to get us Virtue Stream. Hydro Jet is going to get us the Aquajet Surface. And then we're going to go into Exeon. We did a lot of this last turn, the last game rather, so let's detach 2 for full armored XZ and Unveiling Mail. We're going to prep Aquajet Surface, get Abyss Buzzsaw back, Kragan, go into Crystal Zero, detach Kragan to return Abyss Shark. Alright. So, then we've got full armored Utopic Ray Lancer, we've got Virtue Stream, we've got full armored XZ set up to go into Batman on the next turn, with our XZ Armored Fortress, and Unveiling Mail is attaching itself to Kragan, which is going to make it immune from battle damage. So, pretty good board. And we've still got Ash Blast, Maxi, and Crossout. So, they're going to go for Fulos, and the only summoning I plan to do is right now. So don't really care about that part. And we're going to Ash their Rhoda because we don't know what they're playing. This is Kashtira, by the way. Going second versus Kashtira would have really sucked. We need our graveyard. But, alright, so here comes Unicorn. We say bye. And then, of course, they already have the field spell. So let's go ahead and see them, because all these Kashtira monsters don't start a chain, so it's the only way we're going to get any draws. So they're going to get their other copy of Unicorn from the field spell, and they're going to try that again. Let's go for Virtue Stream. And, yeah, they're out of here. Alright, let's get on to the next one. Okay, we are getting to go first. We've got Buzzsaw and Drake Shark. Seeing Drake Shark in hand is not very good. That's okay. I did misplay here by grabbing Big Jaws, but it does get it into the graveyard later, so it's not super terrible. So we're going to detach Big Jaws, get Virtue, grab Virtue Stream, just like earlier. And then we're going to detach to return Big Jaws to the hand, which is super cool. Set 1, activate Crossout for Fulos, because I don't want to have to deal with that just in case, but we did that to activate a spell, so we can activate Surfacing Big Jaws. Big Jaws is going to get us Abyss. Abyss is going to summon itself to grab X-Zero Mora, and then we're going to go, forget what I'm bringing to here. Yeah, Kragan. Always a good idea. And this is going into XZ Armor. XZ Armor is going to grab us full armor XZ. We only have the one thing. So we're going to discard XZ Armor to go into full armor Utopic Ray. We're going to detach 2 for Remora. Grab Big Jaws and Buzzsaw. And then I think this this is Dweller. So, we're going to turn off the graveyard. We're going to non-target suck. We've got battle phase negates. We've got everybody's water and pop. And we've got our rigorous attack in Virtue Stream alongside Maxi and Ash Blossom. So pretty good. So we see Maiden and we're like, yep, nope, there goes Dweller. That's perfect. And follow it up with Maxi. Maxi does resolve. True Light's gonna get us Wishes, and thank goodness we have Ash Blossom. Wishes for Eyes of Blue, and that's the perfect Ash target, so let's go ahead and Ash that. And then we're gonna go for Sage. He's gonna go for Sage, and we're gonna go ahead and yoink. Because we don't want him getting access to his field spell. So he's gonna grab Master, and we're gonna say yoink. Nom nom nom. Thank you, Batman. So, Blue Eyes White Dragon is coming from Roar. And we're gonna pop it. So, no thank you. But he has Jet in hand, so that's unfortunate. And then we're gonna go Virtue Stream and pop it again. And he has Ultimate Fusion. Homie had tons of gas in hand. Let's go ahead and make Ray Lancer unavailable to be killed by battle. He's really thankful that this wasn't Magia. Magia would have sucked here. But he's got Tyrant Dragon. What he doesn't know is that that battlefield negate doesn't require me to have materials, but he does kill Kragan, so no longer waterlocked for you, buddy. And then we're gonna go ahead and turn off the graveyard again for him. Go for Aquajet Surface. Aquajet Surface is gonna get Big Jaws. Big Jaws is gonna grab Hydra Guard. We're gonna normal summon Drake and then go for Levice. I do like that it shows 2 copies of Levice when you're exi summoning with Shark Drake. That's funny. So we're gonna pitch another spell. I don't know what I pitched. Which one was that? Foolish. No. Pitched. Foolish. So, I was trying to negate here. I misclicked, but this thing was already negated, so I couldn't have done it anyways. So I yoinked his True Light, and then I'm gonna return X-Zero Mora. I'm beating here just a smidge. Pitch an Unveiling Mail, and then I'm just swinging the game. So 6k to the face. See you later, Blue Eyes. On to the next one. One last replay before the deck profile. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going second versus Voiceless Voice. And this is a bit of a back and forth game, but honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, Dominus Impulse wins me this game. I'm pretty bricked. I do have plays in hand, but they've got answers to almost everything. So they're gonna go for their search, we're gonna ash it, they're gonna called by us. It's kind of crazy. So we're down to 3 cards. That's fine. So they're gonna go for Saphira, activate Saphira, pitch their ritual spell, and search Skull Guardian. And then they're gonna go for their ritual summon from the graveyard, and we're gonna say no thank you with Dominus Impulse. So this deck can fully use Dominus Impulse. I run 3 of them in here. I actually crafted 3 of them when I was making this deck because I only had 1 prior, as you can tell from the Ghoti video 2 days ago. And we draw another Dominus Impulse return, so that's fun. We're going to grab 7th Ascension into 7th Tachyon, and we're going to grab our starters. So we're going to say, look at Silent on our art, and give me Buzzsaw Shark. Put Remora back on top of the deck. Buzzsaw is going to target itself, and we're going to get Impermed. Okay. Fine. So, we're just gonna swing. Let's beat Thine ass. We don't need to set Dominus Impulse because we're already locked. So, and they've got a card on the field, so it's not gonna stop anything. So they're gonna do it again. They're gonna grab Blessing, which is cool. They're gonna place that down. Blessing's gonna let them grab Saphira back from the Banished Zone, and then they're gonna do it again. They're gonna send from the deck to the grave to add Odd Eye's Pendulum Graph. And then they're gonna attempt to ritual summon again, but got another Dominus Impulse, so no. no ritual summons for you. Thanks very much. We're gonna go for Odd-Eye's Pendulum Graph, grabbing Freyers, and then in turn, because that was in the infinite. So, grab Exeramora for turn, go for Buzzsaw, they're gonna Ash us. They had to know, right, that we didn't shuffle our deck, we had Exeramora. So, that's fine. We're just gonna normal summon Exeramora, and then they're gonna ritual summon because we dared play the game. And they're gonna get Skull Guardian. But they have no low. They have no low in hand or deck. So let's just pop off, shall we? So we're gonna go for Bahamut, Virtue Stream. You've seen this a few times. Virtue Dragon's gonna detach, grab the Mora back to hand. Alright, let's go for Fortress. Fortress is gonna grab Exearmor. And then we're gonna go into Utopic Ray. Crystal Zero detach, and negate his effects. Go into Batman. Full Armor Exi is going to boost and yoink. And, good night. Let's get one shot. Alright. That was fun. Alright, let's go look at the deck profile. Hope you guys are having fun. I know I am. Alrighty. So, sharks have changed a lot in the last year. Ban lists have changed. Obviously, available cards have changed. And we have got a lot more consistency now. So let's start off with hand traps. We're running, I think, 17 hand traps in this deck. It's bonkers. So 2 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Fuelos, 2 Called By, 1 Crossout, 3 Imperms, 3 Dominus, 13. No, 16. 16 hand traps in the deck. Because I ran 43. Yeah, 16 hand traps. So, this is the main engine. The ratios could probably use some work. But anyways, Exeramora, not once per turn. You can special summon it from your hand by detaching 2 materials from Exe monsters you control. And if you do that, it special summons 2 level 4 fish from the graveyard, but their effects are negated. And at Exe, they can't be used except for Exe material. Right hand shark, when it's normal summon, you can add left hand. I don't play left hand, so it's whatever. If the card's in the graveyard and you control no monsters, you can special summon it. And then an Exe monster is summoned using only water monsters gains this effect, which is it can't be destroyed by battle, which is great for going into Kragan. Right hand into Kragan is a fantastic little stall turn. It's basically our Baguska. Buzzsaw, one of our main 1-card starters. It is your main normal summon in the deck. It can target any fish on the field and special summon another fish from the deck with that same level, but you can't activate its effects, and it can be used as a level 3 or 5 for the summon of a water monster. Silent Sea Nettle is a free summon from the hand, but it waterlocks you, and then you can shuffle water monsters back into the deck when it's in the graveyard. Fishborg. Fishborg is here to make Dragite. If I see Fishborg, I make Dragite, just as a spell trap negate. But you can also use it to get things out of your hand. If you manage to pull, like, all of your normal summons, you can do some fun stuff with that. So, you can reveal this card and 1 water monster in your hand, special summon 1, discard the other. And if it's sent to the graveyard as a water synchro monster, you can negate the effects of a monster your opponent controls. So that's fun. Our new card, Surfacing Big Jaws. Can be used for a level 3 or 5 if it's for the Exe summon of a water. If a spell card is activated this turn, you can special summon it from the hand, but it Exes locks you, and then if it's normal or special summon, you add a shark monster from your deck to your hand. Now it's time for Drake Shark, which is Shark Poplar, so that's fun. It gets the detach 2 and then yoink a spell or trap on the field, which is really funny in the age of all these continuous traps. It's effectively a continuous spell or trap negate, so you just have to know when to use it and not just click shiny buttons like I did in the replay. But like I said, it's basically Poplar. If it's added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon the card, and it can be treated as 2 materials for the Exe water monster that requires 3 or more, which is basically just Shark Drake. Hydrojet Shark, yet another one of the new Shark cards that just came out, apparently. Like, just came out. and it special summons itself for free. And then during the main phase, you could send a fish shark monster or a Xyz spell or trap from the deck to the grave. That's usually going to be Xyz revive splash, but I'll get there here in a minute. Depending on what turn we're on. Like if it's turn 1, I'm going to send Crystal. If it's turn 2 or beyond, I'm sending Xyz revive, just because it enables OTK potential. Abyss Shark, this is our... it's amazing. Love Abyss Shark. It can be treated as a level 3 or 4 if it's used for Xyz summon of a number monster. And if all monsters I control are water, I can special summon it from the hand, add a level 3, 4, 5 from the deck to the hand, water locks you, and it doubles the first battle damage by a number monster. So, like I said, you can use that with Levice to really, really hit people hard. Crystal Shark summons itself from the hand or grave by having the water attack. Having the attack of a water monster, Xyz locks you, and it can, as the same thing as Abyss, where it can be treated as a level 3 or 4 for a number monster summon. Foolish is usually there to get either right hand or crystal into the grave, and then you've got 7th Ascension and 7th Tachyon. 7th Ascension searches 7th Tachyon. I don't play rank up magic, so that's basically just a 4th copy. I'd probably play a 2nd copy of 7th Ascension if I had it, but I obviously just don't have the dust for it right now. 7th Tachyon can search any of your starters. We play level 4 and 5 fish. Level 4 and 5 waters, and for that, one of the reasons alone, we play Silent Honor Arc, and where is it? No. Silent Honor Dark. So level 4, level 5 waters. So that's cool, and it helps get things like Drake Shark out of your hand and back into the deck. Aquajet Surface, this is the thing that goes with Hydrojet. This is going to be your thing on later than turn 1, because if you happen to have it in your hand, that's cool, because you can actually search it with Hydrojet. So by banishing it. So if you, like I did in the replay, you summon it with Abyss, you can't activate this thing's effects, but you get it into the grave, and you can banish it and add Aquajet Surface to your hand, which is a monster reborn, effectively. And you can also boost any of the cards in this deck, basically, by 1,000 attack. For till the end of the turn. Alright, so Reincarnation Unveiling Mail. It's always traded in armored Xyz, which is good. You can search it off a fortress. And an Xyz monster equipped with this card gains these effects. It can't be destroyed by battle. And you can return 1 card equipped to this card to the hand immediately after this effect resolves. Xyz summon 1 water Xyz monster. And if it was sent to the graveyard in the end phase, it equips itself to a water monster. So it's a free discard for like Utopic Ray or Levice or whatever. It's good stuff. Anyways, Xyz Revive Splash. Target 1 rank 4 lower Xyz in the grave. Special summon it, becomes water. And then you can banish the card from the grave. And that allows you to Xyz summon an Xyz water monster that is 1 rank higher by using monsters you control as a material, which is pretty sweet. Full Armored Xyz, we all know what this thing does. It allows you to Xyz on the opponent's turn, and then equip Xyz from the field or the grave to one of your Xyz monsters on the field. Virtue Stream, it's Icarus attack. Target a fish, sea, serpent, or aqua, and 2 cards your opponent controls and destroy them. But it's also got the secondary effect, where you can banish it from the graveyard and target a face-up monster on the field. It protects it from battle if it's water, or it becomes water if it's not. You can use that to shut off Fiendsmith, which is really funny. Goes in match. So each player can only control 1 attribute of monster. Everybody knows what this thing does. You use it with Kragan to lock down the field. Dragite, it's a spell and trap negate. We don't play rocks, so that's all it is. Lavirtue Dragon searches Virtue Stream and gets us either a fish, sea serpent, aqua from the graveyard, or move materials around. That can come in handy sometimes, especially for like Xyz armor. If you've got too many materials on it for some reason, like your Bahamut got negated and you don't have any other way to get there, but you've managed to make Lavirtue, you can move one of the materials and get it down to where it would only have 2 with Xyz armor. Shark Drake is our turn 2 and beyond OTK machine with Levice. It does require 3 level 4s, not super hard to do in this deck, either like doing it raw or using Drake Shark. Bahamut is our main extra deck combo starter. Rest in peace to all the TCG players who are probably going to be coming and looking for valid lists without Toad in it. Abyss Dweller, it shuts off the graveyard, banned in TCG. Welcome to Master Duel, we have fun formats over here. Silent Honor Arc, it's tacky on target, but it also can suck up a special summoned attack position monster, so that's fun. It's a decent later game play. Kraken turns everybody to water and has a quick effect pop and burn. And then I don't play the spawn. You got a little room in here if you don't want to play Dragite. You can play a spawn and like recur your Kraken if it gets ran over. You typically Lancer. This thing's awesome. It's great against Tenpai. It does require you to discard a spell or trap and use a rank 4 or lower XZ monster. It causes everybody to lose 500 attack, and it negates permanently all the effects of attack position monsters at the beginning of the battle phase. So the opponent needs to read if they want to get around Utopic Ray. And it can also make a second attack if it destroys a monster by battle. So fun, fun, fun. Silent Honor Dark. Don't summon it much. I do have a line from like Nash Knight into CXZs to actually get this thing on the field. It's a non-target suck, and it can revive itself if it has material. So, and gain you life points. So it's like revive, gain 2,800 life points. So that's fun. Nash Knight is a targeted suck, I think, right? No. Yeah, no, it's a non-target suck. Quick effect. So this is a good alternative as well on the opponent's turn. If you just want a secondary suck instead of like all of your Abyss Dweller and Kragan and all that kind of stuff. I don't make it much, but it has its niche uses. XZ Armor Fortress enables a lot of our combos, gets all of our Armored XZ stuff to the hand, it goes into all the bigger ones. So, Levice is our new OTK boss monster, can attack twice, negate a thing's effects, and does piercing battle damage, but to summon it you have to discard a spell and use Shark Drake. So you need a spell in hand, so we run lots of spells. Probably could stand to run a bit more. That's yet another reason to run like 7th Ascension. But anyways, Full Armor Crystal Zero can just negate the entire field whenever it's summoned, but it's normally just used to make an extra material for Dark Knight Lancer, or Batman, as a lot of people call him. So Batman gains 300 attack for each material and equip card it has. Can target any XZ's card in the graveyard and out of the hand, and if any monster on the field becomes equipped with, any monster I control becomes equipped with a card, it non-target sucks. So good stuff. And then last but not least, CXZ's Nash Knight it enables going into Silent Honor Dark. So you suck with Nash Knight. Next turn, you make CXZs using Nash Knight, and then you go use CXZ's effect, go into Silent Honor Dark. So by pitching Honor Arc to the grave. So yeah, good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I haven't really seen a lot of Shark content, so let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Don't forget to sub, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good day.